Taurus. It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with your general tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season 2023. Your ruling planet is in Pisces, and I feel like there's something about switching up your aesthetic becoming more aligned with either like your line of work or your belief system or your comfort level. Like you maybe like starting to dress for yourself or dress like how you want to dress, or maybe you left a certain job and you couldn't dress a certain way, you couldn't wear your piercings, or you couldn't like have something or behave a certain way. And I feel like that kind of freedom is acquired, or has been, or will be acquired in some sort of way. Also, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as I've been leaning into your energy, it's been like really nostalgic. I have really nostalgic and really sensual. I had like old Somo playing. If you know, you know. And so there is this like reminiscent energy. I like the way that the light is slicing, and that could be something that's another like symbolic or message that's coming in for you guys in Pisces season. There could be light slicing through truth, slicing through illusion. It kind of feels Ace of Swordsy, and so I wish that for you, some sort of clarity that wants to come in. Please be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. For free content, check out my Instasham at justj_everything, TikTok at justjeverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. Hydrate, ho. Light it if you got it, as we create safe space for our benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thank you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Pisces season 2022. I thank you for the divine disconnection between my personal life and this reading. And let's see, for the astrological transits, oh God. For the astrological transits, be sure to check out the Pisces season astrology video. Taurus, your ruling planet being in Pisces with the sun is in exaltation. I feel like for some of you, you're feeling like it's not all it's cracked up to be. For some of you, this is about like deep, profound spiritual work, emotional healing, vulnerability, intimacy with yourself, with the divine, with other people, depth in love, depth in sexuality, depth in mysticism, in your faith, in your belief system. Pisces is the sign and the season of I believe. And there's some sort of proverbial, you know, for lack of a better phrase, some kind of like come to Jesus that's taking place. Realizations, light breaking through, insight breaking through, information that like wants to be given to you. There is a calling on your heart, a calling on your life. And the trumpet of truth is sounding in your life. It's time to make a decision. First card out. I tried not to take it, but the first card out, nice, with the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, is Judgment. And that says that the writing is on the wall and it's time to make a decision. There is an ending of a cycle. This is number 20. So there's an ending of a cycle in how you make decisions, how you listen, how you are governed by like what informs your decision making. 4:44 on the clock, so there's definitely something about restabilizing or restructuring, getting organized in regards so that you can like make better decisions. I feel like it's also important to make sure that you're accessing your logic and your intuition before you make decisions. You are a spirit having a human experience. And I feel like some of you are having altercations or interactions or conversations with people that are extremely powerful, or with your spirit guides, or with the divine. For some of you, maybe even with the dead, there's this like profound, maybe there's mediumship possibly, but I feel like some of you have something to say that could wake the dead. That could wake the dead, dormant parts of people. Or someone's coming into your life or has said something to you that has really like stirred you up, has shaken you up in some sort of way, and is waking up these dormant parts of yourself, these dormant aspects of yourself. And I just realized, I'm just putting this together because there's 6 figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we talk about the 5 aspects of the soul, but the 6th aspect is the collective consciousness and access to that. And I feel like that's Big Mama Bear right here, is the collective consciousness. Or, you know, in this interaction is the collective consciousness. And so I do feel like all these aspects of yourself are really speaking up, or calling you to make some sort of decision, or calling you to stop doubting yourself, stop doubting your intuition. Because whenever we ignore these moments, or these callings, or these tugs on our life, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, when we ignore this shit, that's how we create tower moments for ourselves. That's how we end up creating situations that are structurally unsound in some sort of way. And so I do feel like there also may be someone with Scorpio placements. This is also your shadow. I feel like there's a lot you're finding out about yourself, a lot that you're hearing maybe about yourself, or there's really just powerful conversations, powerful announcements possibly, aha moments. And with the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, I do feel like, and all of this is about like receiving. They're all in a receptive kind of stance. So I do feel like you are in the position to receive profound information and downloads from the divine. The writings on the wall, the truth is like here. It's obvious in some sort of way. I just feel like the trumpet of truth is sounding in your life. Do not keep making the mistake of ignoring it or putting things off that you know that you need to get done. For some of you, this is like final news, or you're hearing about a decision. You've been waiting on a decision, or maybe waiting on an outcome, waiting on a verdict in some sort of way. Justice is the deliberation, judgment's the verdict. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you're hearing back from something or from someone. I just feel like things have been cloudy in your spiritual life or in your internal communication. Like you may be making things more complicated than they need to be in some sort of way, or have needed to be in some sort of way. And I just feel like you're using your words and expressing yourself, communicating with the divine, and then after really expressing yourself is important. You also may be hearing from someone, and I feel like you need to communicate with the divine and your spirit team before replying. But I do feel like there are things to say, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and it's important that you express yourself, that you do the right thing. Judgment here, it says that karma is involved in here. There could be past life stuff that's coming up or is involved here. With your ruling planet being in Pisces, there is definitely this intensification of your, I got to get on other cards. There's definitely this intensification of your spiritual gifts. If you had a shred of clairvoyance, Venus in Pisces is going to like ramp that shit up. Whoa. Judgment, the Lovers, King of Pentacles right here in the middle. 7 of Swords reversed. The Queen of Wands. Ten of Cups. The Queen of Wands is the last card, and the Ten of Cups will technically be the bottom of the deck. But I'm going to show you what flipped out, because Jesus, take the wheel. There's a lot of Mercury here. Wow. Okay, Taurus, I'm only going to show you this because so many of your cards showed up. Center of the reading is King of Pentacles, which is Sun in Taurus. And so Judgment, the Lovers, King of Pentacles, Seven of Swords reverse, Queen of Wands. And then it was, oh, sorry, I fucked this up. Sorry, then it was the Ten of Cups, which will be at the bottom of the deck, the Chariot, Three of Wands, Eight of Swords, and the Hierophant. Going from the King of Pentacles to the Hierophant, I feel like you are leveling up in your you-ness, in maybe in education, in stature, in status in some sort of way. This looks like a fucking breakthrough. This looks like an opportunity for a brand new chapter in love and fulfillment and togetherness and moving forward and turning your back on these things that you, this constant striving, this uphill, however this is manifesting for you in your life, whatever it is that you've been struggling, these obstacles that have been coming in, it's just like there's breakthrough. On February 20th, Venus goes into Aries, and Venus going into Aries is the brand new start. Underneath the Magician, after that was the Magician and the Emperor. And I just said Venus going into Aries. I'm telling you, things are changing. I feel like there's like an aliveness coming up. We're going into this is kind of plunge territory right now, so let me stop. But Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Fucking Somo. I know you want to love me like this. I know you want to touch me like this. Take over your body. Control. There's definitely a like boost in sensuality, in love, togetherness, connection. This looks wild here with this, the Judgment and the Lovers. I feel like this is either like huge altercation or a huge kind of come to Jesus or big realization that you're having in regards to your love life, or in regards to passion, or in regards to how you communicate, in regards to, you know, your priorities in life. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Some of you are putting relationships and people before yourself, and it's throwing the math off. You know, I just feel like with these wings that are out here, there's this huge expansion in your reach. Your wing, the length of your wingspan is expanding in some sort of way. And I also feel like this is a sign that you are so divinely protected to move forward. You're so divinely protected to restabilize yourself, to get established, to turn what was a betrayal into a breakthrough. You are so divinely protected. You've just got to get brave and use your words. This is Pluto, and then this is Mercury. Pluto is currently in Capricorn, going into Aquarius soon, but not this season. Pluto will go back and will go into Aquarius and then go back into Capricorn for a while before it's permanent, not permanently, before, you know, it's you know, sticks in and really progresses through Aquarius. And so there could, like, that shift is really, I feel like, going to be pivotal for you guys, because that energy's been trining you for so long, and I feel like that turns into, does it turn into a sextile, or? No, it turns into a square. So Pluto moving into Aquarius turns into a square for you guys versus a trine. And squares are arm wrestle energy. And so I do feel like there is, and so especially Taurus rising, this is really going to be impacting like work, friends, possibly even like, you know, your career, possibly love life, but spiritual life big time. And the song that's playing right now is Over. Somebody's over it, or maybe you're over something, or somebody's maybe calling somebody out on their shit. Judgment, it can be an altercation, and the Lovers is not exclusive to romantic love. The Lovers is not all lovey-dovey shit. The Lovers is sacrifice. The Lovers is decisions. The Lovers can be treachery. The Lovers can be really sharp things, sharp things expressed. I feel like there's some kind of decision needing to be made in love, a decision between lovers, a decision between people, possibly a decision between, there could be people who have like stepped away or distanced themselves from you, or vice versa, you've done that. I just feel like there's something about clarity, truth, expansion. Look at all of this nakedness, intimacy, truth, vulnerability, nakedness. There is something to be said about this like incoming like opportunity for vulnerability, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I feel like if you do your part to really like tell the truth, shame the devil, do your part to fucking just do the right fucking thing. It could all be so simple. What is that? It could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. It could all be simple. Don't make it hard. Some of you there's like a lot of previous betrayals, or you're feeling wronged in some sort of way, or maybe there were these like this delayed change in the mind. Some of you feel like someone has taken from you or stolen from you, or you've been back and forth about someone, or someone's been back and forth about you. Maybe they have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements. There could just be something here about defensiveness or willful blindness. I keep looking at these 2 swords in the back, which is reminiscent of the 2 of Swords, which is the chick with the blindfold. And it's just like there's something here about defensiveness, and it's time to lay your weapons down. It's time to lay your weapons down because it's keeping you from, possibly a proper match, it's keeping you possibly from confidence, from letting your inner divine feminine energy flow as freely as she wants to. I feel like whatever grudges you're holding on to, or whatever ways you're being stubborn, or you've like dug your heels in some sort of way, I feel like it's doing you a disservice. It's time to really think of the long game, to play the long game, to be future focused, and not to be making decisions from a place of fear or insecurity, or last time this happened. You know what I mean? That kind of like mindset. It's time to break free of that, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and really allow yourself to become the visionary, become, it's like you breaking away from these old mindsets. And when Venus goes into Aries, there is this like visionary, this attractiveness kind of energy that comes through. There is like your sexual prowess starts to rise up. Aries energy is horny as fuck, which is probably why Somo's like sexiest album is all of a sudden playing right now. And there could just be this like ramp up of sexual energy that makes sense with Aries. Venus in Aries is a horn dog. And so but also the Queen of Wands, she's the only queen with her legs spread in of the queens. And it just goes to show that she's very confident in her sexuality, but she's also like, she wields her sexual energy very wisely. And so I feel like there's something about you, something to be said or something to learn from that. Maybe there's somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that's coming in or really impacting your Pisces season. But I do feel like it's time to look forward. And what to look forward to, Taurus, sun, moon, and rising, is this brand new chapter in success, fulfillment, possibly family, possibly love, relationships, togetherness. Some of this is marriage. Some of this is new property, new chapters in your professional life. And I feel like everything needs to be based off passion. Your ruling planet is moving from the sign of Pisces, I believe, into Aries, I am, which that cusp is so vital because it's indicative of that. You can't know who you are, Aries, until you know what you believe in, Pisces. And so there is this like come up, this revitalization. It's time to like allow in the aliveness, the passion, the like the zhuzh, the like shift of the aesthetic, the youthfulness, the fun, the play, like whatever it is for you, however it comes. It's important to get in that receptivity mode, which is the same thing pictured here, the arms up towards the sky. But trust and believe with the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck, that says that you've endured a lot of rain, and the lot of rain is over. And now all of that rain transmutes into a rainbow, because that's fucking physics. And it's important that we understand that like light and dark are the same thing. They're just opposite ends of the spectrum. And in the ways that we like for the darkness that we experience, for balance, because of science, because of physics, we get to experience the equivalent light. Should you allow yourself to? But that's the kicker. That's the rub. There is an allowing. There's a releasing. There's a letting go. And if you are so brave, you will integrate the lessons from your light and dark, and they will create this like spiritual armor that you get to put on. And you don't have to walk out through the world guarded. You can welcome. You can feel receptive. And truly turn your back on this old version of yourself and step into the fullness of your power. It's like you already grew the wings. Are you going to let yourself fly? I'll see you over on Patreon. You got this. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.